Hello and welcome to this video for NCBOLD 2024, Charting the Waters of Wisdom, Harnessing EBSCO and AI to Discover Nonfiction Gems. I have a bit.ly there if you want to follow along with this, or you can have the links later for you to look at a later time. My name is Ira Hyde. I am currently the Instructional Technology Facilitator for Haywood County Schools. And if you are unfamiliar where Haywood County is in North Carolina, we are right on the Tennessee border. So if you were to hop on I-40 and head west, we are the last county you are in before you get to Tennessee. So that kind of gives you an idea of where I'm located, up here in the mountains in the western part of the state. And just a little bit of info about that. We average around 10 to 14 days a year we miss for snow. So that kind of, puts us getting out in June a little later, but thankfully, the past 2 years, we have missed 0 days for snow, and our students have been able to get out at the end of May. So we've been very excited about that. So prior to that, first I started in 2002 teaching fourth grade at Junaluska Elementary School in Waynesville. And I was at Junaluska for 19 years before I moved into my current position here at the district level. And I taught grades 3 through 5. And then the last 9 of those years that I was at Junaluska, I was the media coordinator. So I'm super excited to be presenting for you today and hope you can get some great resources that you can use in your classroom. So NCBOLD is designed to support educators in the use of digital tools and technology to enhance learning outcomes. NCBOLD strives to model best practices for educators, including data privacy and cybersecurity. As such, we want educators to be aware of the importance of following North Carolina's third-party vendor policy and using tools. As such, educators should follow the district's policy and consult with their district's technology department prior to signing up students for digital tools. We really want to protect our student information. That is vital, extremely important. So I have the alignment to our North Carolina standards for this session. I'm not going to read those out to you so you can see what these are. You can see it relates to quite a bit. So again, here is our alignment, and then how it aligns to our ISTE standards, which are our digital learning standards for teachers as well. So we will be modeling digital tool use. I'll do that for you today. So using EBSCO Publication Finder for content area nonfiction text and using an AI prompt generator. So the purpose of this session is to be able to locate and use EBSCO resources that are provided to us free. We all love that word, free, by NCDPI. We will be able to use these resources to create unit or lesson plans that will match our subject matter. So you will have the tools needed to leverage AI while lesson planning to take back some of your time. And I have created for you a note-taking document. If you so choose to use that, you are welcome to use that however you wish. So here are our objectives. So we're going to be accessing EBSCO's new publication finder, if you've never done that. We're going to be looking at nonfiction text, utilizing those texts for lesson planning, and generating lessons using a prompt generator, and promote student resource accessibility. So we've got lots of tools in there that all students can use. So the first thing that you need to do this, and again, since we're watching the video, I will just do this and you can follow along, is to log into your NCEdCloud account. And I'm going to just kind of flip back and forth so you can see. I'm already logged in. Just a little note for kind of cleanup for your NCEdCloud account. Sometimes, seeing all of these icons is very overwhelming. So usually there's certain ones that you use on a daily basis or, frequently. So for example, if you notice, there are some here that have a red bookmark. And then some of them, when I hover over them, it's not colored in. So if I want to remember something to use that's bookmarked, I just click on the little bookmark and it colors it in. So that means now if I choose bookmarks here on the left-hand side, it's only going to show me the things that I have bookmarked. So it kind of cleans that up for you and makes it a little bit better. So just a little organizational tip, kind of off the topic, but I think it will help you kind of keep organized as well. So here we are in our NCEdCloud account. So continuing on, we're going to look at EBSCO staff, and we're going to go to the new publication finder. So the new publication finder allows us to find particular books, journals, newspapers, periodicals. That is what I really want to show you today, are these periodicals that you can use. So let's take a look at that. So again, I'm going to click on EBSCO staff in NCEdCloud. And when that comes up, and again, you must be logged into NCEdCloud in order to have access to this. So on this second row here, I have new publication finder interface. So I'll click on that. And now I can search for any publication that I want. So if I'm thinking nonfiction text, I think about student magazines. I have an elementary background, so I'm going to think along the lines of an elementary classroom. So one thing that our school used to purchase and we spent lots of money on was Scholastic News. That is a big article that, or big publication that we used to use. So I'm going to search for Scholastic News. And if you notice, just by typing Scholastic, these are all the Scholastic things that are available for you. So I'm going to type Scholastic News. So I have several different options. Obviously, edition 2, that's second grade. If it doesn't say it here, once you go into it, it will give you more information. But I'm going to choose the primary search. You can choose any one of these, but I always just choose primary search. And so we're searching that particular Scholastic News edition, which happens to be 4th grade. So from this screen, I can see that I have all issues and articles that are current all the way back to 1999. So I have lots of back issues. And when I'm thinking of nonfiction text and current events, which Scholastic News always has current events and things that are going on, I can, go back and look at things that might have happened in the past and pull different issues for that. So being that this is the summer and as we are getting ready to start a new school year, our last available issue was the last issue for the past school year, which was May 13th. So I'm going to click on this issue. And so what it does is it takes that magazine and it breaks it down by article. So here are all the articles that were in this particular edition of Scholastic News. So let's say I'm talking about the Olympics and we're looking at the Olympics getting ready to start in Paris. So if you notice, I have access options. When I click on that, I have two ways to view the text in this. I have PDF and online full text. So if I choose online full text, it's going to give me just that. It's going to give me some topics. This was a little quiz that was in there. So I can look at it that way. I'm going to X that out and go back here. Or I can choose, instead of online full text, I can choose PDF. So when I choose PDF, what it will do is show me exactly what it looks like if I had the magazine in front of me. So you would be able to use that, obviously using, following copyright guidelines and so on and so forth with that. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to choose a different article that has some information that actually has text other than just the quiz. So I'm going to go back to this first article, the online full text version of it. And so notice that it is text. So what I want to do is I'm going to pull some of this article. So I want to look at Olympic firsts. Actually, let's just do this. Let's pull some of this. And for future reference, I'm just going to copy this to my clipboard. And notice that I didn't take all of that just because for what I'm going to be using this for. So, and I'm going to keep this in the background in your head. So I'm going to hold that text. So I'm going to get back out of this. So you can search for any magazine that you might think of that could be useful in your classroom. Now, you can also search for journals and magazines that might pertain to you instead of your students. For example, I, being a media coordinator, would subscribe to School Library Journal, which is rather pricey. And so, but if I look at this, I'm going to just choose Academic Search Complete on this one. It also has back issues back to 1974. So you can see we've got all kinds of things that, if you are looking at research or you're trying to start or you're working on a degree or something, you have journals that you can pull from. So again, this has different ways that you can view the text just like a student magazine. So here is from this professional journal, and this is the most current, which is August 2024. So no, just keep in mind that this is not just for student use. You can use this for yourself, not just using it for your students. So pretty interesting info there. So now let's think about AI. So my question to you is, how do you feel about AI? And I have a link here that you could go to and add. I'm going to show you this Menti that I have presented about, and this is what other teachers across the state say that they feel about AI in general. So when you hear about it in the education realm, about having it in school, these are some of the things that teachers have said across our state. Responsibility, we are going to have to really teach responsibility and how to use that. Some teachers are dreading AI because, some of the comments have been like it's going to take over. But at the same time, look at this right here, opportunity. There's huge opportunities in using AI in our lesson planning. It can drastically reduce the time that we spend planning our lessons using really good sources. So this is kind of like, again, how I feel across the state is how we are feeling about AI. Now, also, what about using it in lesson planning? Think about AI and how it's used that way. How do you use it in lesson planning? Is it not for you? Would you try it? Are you neutral? You kind of dabble with it, or that you use it all the time? So in this case, 7 people said they would try it. So I think it is worth a try as well. So it's exciting, and we're going to look at a way to use AI. So the AI tool that I always like to refer to educators is Magic School. If you are unfamiliar with Magic School, it is specifically designed for teachers. So whereas like ChatGPT or Google Gemini, these are tools that can be used for the general public. But Magic School is designed strictly for educators. It is free. There is a paid version, but I am a proponent for free. So the free version works very, very well. Also, DPI has released our guidelines for educators, and I have linked that there as well. So it shows just the general guidelines and how it can be used in our students. Each district has been tasked with creating their own guidelines, whereas this can be used kind of as a backbone for that. So be listening and looking for your district level guidelines for using AI in your classrooms. But I want to look at Magic School. So that's going to be the one that we look at in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and get that ready for us. So it'll be there. Get logged in here. And let's see here. Okay. So think about using AI in education. So without AI, it's kind of like riding a mountain bike. You are in control, but you don't have any assistance other than your own strength. And it's sometimes a struggle climbing a mountain with a bike. But if we rely too much on AI, it's kind of like riding a motorcycle. You can go really, really fast. It's exciting, but it's unpredictable and can be really dangerous too. As if we used AI as a learning partner in education, it's like riding an e-bike. You are still totally in control, but that e-bike or AI can reduce that struggle and resulting in more productive learning. I love this infograph. Also, when you are using AI, you must create a really powerful prompt. So the prompt is what you are going to ask it what to do, the generative AI tool. So North Carolina's own Vera Cubero, who is the Emerging Technologies Director Liaison for DPI, she created this acronym for CRAFT, to craft a powerful prompt. We need to think about the context, the role that this AI tool is going to be presented with, the audience, format, and the tone that you want it to have when it gives you back a response. So let's look now at Magic School. Remember, I copied some information from the new publication finder about the Olympics. So in Magic School, you can see we have got all kinds of tools. We can have it create original informational text, which we're going to do that in just a minute. But I'm going to take what I found in the new publication finder, and I want to change that to a different level. So I'm going to go up here to search level. And so I have a text leveler tool. So when I click on that, I want to adapt this instead of fourth grade. I want it to be on a first grade level. So here's where I can now paste that text from the article. So when I click generate, it is going to now change that to where it will be more in a first grade level text. Obviously, you as the teacher, it would be scaffolded to use with your students as well. So that's just another way to, this is a way to use AI to help you finding, text for your students, but also differentiation. I told you, let's look back at, get rid of this, the informational text. I want a fifth grade paragraph about a teenager who is bound for the Olympics, for the Olympic swim team. I want to generate this. And so now it has created a paragraph about a 15-year-old girl who has her sights set on the swim team. So see how very quickly that came up. So if you ever need text, you can get it through Magic School. So Magic School is just one out of many, many tools that you can use for AI, generative AI. So also you have Perplexity, Claude, Google Gemini, and ChatGPT. Those are just kind of like our the most popular ones that you can use. So these AI tools can really help us find some nonfiction gems as far as using EBSCO, New Publication Finder, finding those periodicals, but then we can take that text and use our generative AI tools to create something for our lesson plans. So I know this was very quick to share with you, but I appreciate your time. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is there on the screen. And I hope you have a wonderful day.